Okay, let's get started. Welcome, Grace staff, to the Technology PD section of your in-service today. Today, we are offering a variety of sessions with teacher presenters. These brave 6 individuals have volunteered to share their time with you to show how they've integrated technology into the classroom. You have the opportunity to participate in 2 of these live sessions. All sessions are also being recorded and will be posted to our Tech Services YouTube channel for future viewing. Attendance is being taken through the meeting link, so if you are not logged in with your Grace email, please share your name and email in the chat so we can record it. I am Carl Nelson from Tech Services. I will be assisting your presenter today by monitoring this meeting for any audio or video issues and questions you may have. Please use the chat to let me know if you have any questions or any problems, and I will relay them to the presenter. And now I would like to introduce you to Brian Ritter from Father Alloway School, who will be presenting to you about Flocabulary. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Carl. And welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm here to talk about Flocabulary. If you've never heard about it before, this is going to be a pretty good introduction. I've been able to use it for the past 3 years at Father Alloway, and I learned about it 4 years ago when I was student teaching in the Green Bay Public School District. It is a wonderful tool, and I hope you'll be able to see that. Just as a heads up, my PC that I'm using for the video has been cutting out on me. It's done this in the past too, so if that does happen, I'm back within 30 seconds, but just as a heads up, that may happen throughout this, and I do apologize for that. All right, so what is Flocabulary? It is an educational hip-hop website that offers teachers an opportunity to engage students in sight and sound to bring the curriculum to life and reinforce core knowledge and skills. And if you've ever seen any educational hip-hop before, maybe you've searched YouTube for something to show your students, most of it is not very good. Flocabulary is very good. It is produced by professional hip-hop artists. There's actually a story about the person who created it. He was sitting in his high school class wondering why, as he's studying for the SAT, why he can't remember all these vocab words, but he can remember all the words to his favorite rap songs. And that's where the idea started in his head for Flocabulary. It is a wide-ranging resource for all students. It has resources for kindergartners all the way through 12th grade. It's a fun resource to engage all students in the curriculum. Even I have fun showing it. It's really a great tool. And research shows that student achievement levels, student engagement levels, and student learning outcomes improve with the use of Flocabulary. And I am actually going to show this one pager real quick, if I can share this tab. So what Flocabulary does, backed up by research, it increases vocabulary knowledge, actually a dramatic increase, and it especially shows of students in a lower socioeconomic status. It can raise state test scores, a 25% increase on state reading tests after using Flocabulary. And I think one of the most important things here is it engages underserved students. This figure, 97% of educators are able to engage the most challenging to engage students when using Flocab. So we all know we have those students that don't want to sit through lecture, they don't want to do the worksheet, they don't want to do whatever it is we have, but they very well may be engaged by Flocabulary, and then that may get them engaged in more of the content too as we move forward, because this was a good entry point for them for whatever it is we're teaching. So I'll go back to this. Just as a heads up to you, Flocabulary is not a free resource. You can get a 30-day free trial. So maybe, at the end of this year, at the beginning of next year, you think, I might try it out with my students and try to see if they engage with it, if they like it. You can use it for 30 days, but then it is $120 per year, $10 billed each month. One thing here, it engages students on all levels. So if we look at Bloom's taxonomy, it engages them on the lowest levels, remember and understand, but they will apply, they will analyze, and they will create different products through the different resources that Flocabulary has. And I'll talk about this in just a minute or two. Flocabulary is more than just videos. They have a lot of curriculum resources as well. So I'm a social studies teacher. They have a lot of social studies videos, and that's what I'm experienced in using. And that is actually the video that I will show you today. But they have all of these content areas: language arts, math, science, social studies, vocabulary, life skills, and they have a current events portion too. So real quick, I'm just going to show you, whoops, sorry, I hit the wrong button. Apologize for that. I have two different screens, so. All right, here we are. So if you are a language arts teacher, Flocabulary has resources and videos for reading, teaching reading and writing, for teaching grammar, for teaching research and study skills, and for literature as well. I actually am teaching one reading class this year too, and I was able to use Flocabulary for Animal Farm. They had a video on Animal Farm. So I was able to use that and use some of the resources that they had along with it. In math, they have everything from addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, up to statistics, probability, geometry, ratios, proportional relationships. So lots of different resources in math. In science, they have life science, earth and space science, physical science, technology and engineering, and scientific practices. In social studies, we have ancient and modern world history, U.S. history, civics, geography, historical figures, holidays, economics, historical practices, and issues in the news. For their vocabulary, they have 10 different levels. So each one is word up and a color. That's for grade levels. They have one level for kindergarten through 8th grade, and then SAT vocabulary for high schoolers. They also have life skills, so they talk about racial and social justice, social and emotional learning, health and wellness, and financial literacy. And last, they have current events. They call it the Week in Rap, and they have for 6 through 12 the Week in Rap and the Week in Rap Junior. One thing that I've found in using this is their content is relatively non-biased. It's not perfect, but Flocabulary is relatively non-biased. So you may be thinking, what else comes with a video? Do I just show the students a hip hop video and then that's it? They have a lot of other resources, like I said. Some videos have entire ready-made lessons to go with it. There are standards aligned worksheets, and every video that I've come across has vocabulary to go with it. They have a lyric sheet with a fill in the blanks lyric sheet if you want students to follow along. A read and respond worksheet, which I have found very, very valuable when showing these videos. And they also have a formative assessment quiz. So first, the ready-made lesson plans. They come with some, but not all of the videos. So this lesson plan, the next 2 pages show the video where they compare the political parties in the United States, and they give a short description, the videos, the objectives, Common Core state standards, the products that students will create, the time that it takes, and the exact sequence, and then wrap up in extension activities. So if you need a lesson on whatever it is that you're teaching the next day, you may very well have all the resources that you need right here with Flocabulary. There are the lyrics and fill in the blank sheets to go along with the videos. They have vocabulary cards, and one of the things that their research shows, again, is that vocabulary and reading tests improve, especially if you use some of this material. And their read and respond worksheets are like extensions of all the information in the video. So it gives a lot more detail. And again, I've found this very, very valuable when I've been using Flocab in the classroom. And the last thing are quizzes. So they have a quiz to go along with all of the videos as well. So if you want to use this just as a formative assessment to see how well students are paying attention, if they're getting the material, it depends on how you use Flocab. I usually use it to reinforce what we've already taught, and kids just really seem to enjoy it and get it and like it. So I'd like to show you a Flocabulary video. The one I'm going to show you is about ancient Greece. It is a student favorite, my 8th grade class that I first had in 6th grade when we teach ancient world history has continued to ask me ever since I showed this to them more than 2 years ago. Mr. Ritter, can we watch the Party at the Parthenon video again? Can we watch Party at the Parthenon? So no matter what they remember from world history, they remember ancient Greece and the Parthenon. So let's watch this. Oh, I'm going to have to mute myself.
Ladies and gentlemen, accepting the Lifetime Achievement Award on behalf of Greece, the one and only Hercules.
Thank you very much. I deserve it. Okay, everybody be quiet now because I'm going to talk. I'm going to say thanks, I guess, to Greece. I guess it's the cradle of civilization, okay? But we all know I made it famous. Thank you. Here I am. Appreciate that, announcer. Okay, a special shout to Mount Olympus, where I went to high school. Okay, a lot of people there that didn't make it where I made it, so, you guys stink. Yep, okay, thanks. Be quiet, please. Hello to my dad, Zeus. Look at me now. Special shout to Pericles. Thanks for the golden age. I'm glad I could contribute. Shout out to Apollo for the sun and my fabulous tan. Party at the Parthenon.
Hi. Ancient Greece, cradle of civilization, divided into small kingdoms or city-states, with the best known being Athens, Sparta, and Ithaca, Corinth, Pylos, Mycenae. Can you picture the Acropolis? Walls to defend the populace, a hill with the city built on top of it. To do some shopping you could hit the Agora, but not in Sparta cause they were trying to get their war up. The only palace with permanent soldiers, helots were Messenian slaves that they took over. Let's keep it classical and take it back to Athens, where they had the first government with citizens running it. Democracy, extended by Pericles, the Greek leader that nobody could dare to be. He built the Parthenon, ushered in the Golden Age, and helped to define the Greeks that we all know today.
Yeah, bring your own trireme tonight. Dock it up at the party at the Parthenon. Hey Achilles, how's your heel? You're invited to the party at the Parthenon. Think I might have a little mock Olympic Games, at the party at the Parthenon. You guys bring some hummus and I'll have some olive branches and we'll have a party at the Parthenon.
Okay. In addition to democracy, Athens is home to the fathers of philosophy. Take Socrates, he asked questions to teach his students, and Plato was the best one. He was known for his book, The Republic. His ideal type of government was the subject. He taught Aristotle at his own academy, and that dude used reason as his strategy. The tutor to young Alexander, the great who became the commander. Stand up, he took Persia, he took Phoenicia, he took India, Israel, and Egypt. Meanwhile, he was spreading Greek style. Why you think you read the Odyssey now? It's an epic. And the Greeks never caught half-stepping. They could be an Olympic contestant.
Alright, well, Minoans and Mycenaeans, thanks for the inspiration. You're invited to the party at the Parthenon. Phidias designed it. I'll meet you at the third column. At the party at the Parthenon. Hired some lute players to do an Athena tribute tonight. At the party at the Parthenon. Once again, bring your own trireme and I'll see you tonight at the party at the Parthenon.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Let me get back to presenting the slides, but that is about all that I have. So if you have any questions, now is the time.
So I had one question real quick, Brian. So the $120 is for all of that content, right?
For everything,
For
yes.
everything. So you get a
Yep.
lot of it for, a relatively decent price. So,
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Seems pretty cost efficient then. So
Mhm.
Is the price just for one teacher, or can it be for a whole school?
It
Or
is
just the teacher?
It is for one teacher. They do have school and district pricing as well. So schools could look into that if multiple teachers were interested. But I know that it is relatively expensive, even at a smaller school price if they quote it. But
Okay.
that's certainly an option. Yes.
if that's something that you're interested in, though, you could reach out to the tech services department, and we could, start investigating that if you think if it's worth it. We'd be more than willing to do that for you.
Yeah. Anything else?
Somebody wants it for the whole school, so
Yep.
well, we can look into that. So, okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again for joining us today, and thanks to Brian for presenting. It was very, very good, I thought. So if you have further questions, reach out to Brian via email, and I'm sure he'd be willing to respond to you and let you know. So thanks again. Have a wonderful day and have a wonderful weekend. Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice job, Brian.
Thanks, Kay. Thank you, Carl. That was
Well,
great.
thank you.